Hey guys, it's your girl Mimi, and today I'm going to be talking about credit card and credit score because not managing or not knowing how to use your credit card we either make or break you in this country. There is nothing you want to do in Canada, for example, that you do not need your credit card. You need your credit card to buy a house. Your credit score is so important if you want to finance a car, if you want to go to school, so many things, guys. So it's important to get it right. I'm very passionate about this video, especially this topic, because I'm coming from a society where it's not a credit system, okay? So I'm getting to learn all of these things from the very basic, okay? And I just want to share. I've seen people here make a lot of mistake with their credit card. So you land in a country that has a credit system. You go to the bank, you open a bank account. Two things. There are two very common bank accounts: a checking account and a savings account. And then apply for a credit card, or the bank will give you all the credit card options that they have available. So let's say you qualify for one and they say, oh, we can give you a credit card limit of $5,000. You take that credit card of $5,000. Now you feel that $5,000 belongs to you. You go to Zara, or you go to Sephora, or you go to, I'm just mentioning things that I like myself, you go to Louis Vuitton and you start shopping. Bro, sis, that money is not yours. You're just about to start going down the ditch. But it's important to also spend and use your credit card. The wisdom here is that use but know when to pay. Always pay your credit card on or before the due date. That is the best way to build your credit score. If you use your credit card and you pay on or before the due dates, you're on your way to building a very good credit score. Good credit score would affect a lot of things. To affect your interest rate when you want to get, let's say you want to finance a car or even buy a house. Okay, so it's important to use, but always, I'm mentioning this over and over, pay on or before the due date. Plus, another mistake I also see people make is that I don't want to forget to, so I buy something with my credit card this morning and I'm paying the credit card this afternoon. You're not building anything. Just wait, okay? The statement will be out. Your bank app always monitor it to tell you. They will always tell you way ahead when your next amount is due. Just pay. What I personally do is just pay like 2 or 3 days before that day, okay? Don't use it this afternoon, pay it next. No, that's not the right thing. And also, I've also seen people just say, well, do I have to even take a credit card? What if I don't just want to owe any gbese? Where you can't build a credit score. Okay, so you do need to take a credit card. Don't avoid a credit card. The extreme to that as well is that I've seen people go to 2 or 3 banks and they just take $5,000 credit card in this bank, another $5,000 credit card in that bank, another $5,000 credit card in that bank. Now you have $15,000 worth of credit card from different banks. What you are doing is that you are gathering line of credit. And to give you an example, let's say you want to buy a house. That house is 100,000. There's no such thing as 100,000 house in Canada right now, but this is just an example that I qualify for a loan to get a mortgage for 100,000. What the bank is going to do then is to remove all this for 5,000 that I'm owing different banks, and they will remove 15,000 from my from the amount that I qualified for, which is that 100,000. So if you remove 15,000 from 100,000, you're back to 85,000. Now another thing is, you say, but what if I didn't spend the entire 15k? I just have the credit card, all the 5,000 are there. I did not spend anything, I didn't use it. Does not matter. That money that is in your hand belongs to the bank, and as long as it belongs to the bank, they're going to count it as you are owing the bank. So before you go out there and start acquiring multiple credit cards, just know that you are also building lines of credit. And if you don't necessarily need to get a good credit score, you don't necessarily need to have 3 credit cards. I'll give you guys an example. When we came here, because we didn't have a job and we're new immigrants and all of that, the bank gave us a credit card limit of $2,000 $2,000, right? Gave us a credit card limit of 115, myself and my spouse, 115. And I was just like, how do we build a good credit score? Because I'm new, so I'm going to be buying furnitures, I'm going to be arranging my house, kitchen things, all of those things. I wanted to use those initial buy-ins to build my credit score. So I called back the bank, because sometimes I might just buy one thing and it's 1,005, right? I said, guys, I need my credit card to increase, I want to build a credit score. And they told me, plain and simple, you do not need a huge credit card limit to be able to build your credit score. Okay, let it not look as if I'm trying to spend bank money and I don't have my own money. So I left them. I would buy things within what my credit card can afford, and the remaining things I'll buy with my debit card. And as I was using and paying on time, was up like 3 months, they added another $1,000 to it. So I'm now 2,500 credit limit, right? So I also noticed that each time you get a credit card from the bank, your credit score, especially for the first time, someone like me, that was my second time using credit card, because in Dubai we're also using a credit card. But here, just they give you this credit, and your credit score, if you check on your app, is like you start from 600 points already, or 600 or 640 thereabout. I'm trying to remember. It's now up to you to either go down from that 600, you can become 500, 400, 300, and then your credit is just dead. Or you can build your credit from 600 to 700 to 800, and your credit is good. Now, a good credit card is something from 650 upward. Anything less than 650 isn't so good. You don't want to be going 650 below. You want to be going 650 upward. Right now, I think my credit score is 719, and that's because they've been pulling a lot of ad check on our credits, because we got a mortgage and every other things that we had to finance. Each time you it's important I mention this, because a good friend of mine fell into this. Each time you call the bank or you call a mortgage broker that, you just want to know what's the interest rate, I want to buy this, ask them, are you going to pull a hard credit check on me? Because if they do, your points will be going down. You call an auto company, guys, I would like to get your 2023 Range Evoque. What am I saying? I don't know. Each time you make those calls, just know that some of them, there's something they call soft check, there's something they call hard check. If they pull hard credit check on you, I think 15 or more points will be dropping from your credit. So be careful how you are calling and inquiring about certain things, because most of those companies that you call would pull a hard credit check on you. You can also tell them that, hey, I'm just calling to get information, I do not want you to pull my credit card or to pull a hard credit check on me. Okay, so these things are so important, because just to put this into perspective, if I'm going to get a house of 500,000 and my credit score is good, say I'm in the 750 or 800, my interest rate, the bank can actually give me a more favorable interest rate. But if my credit card is like 620, 630, first of all, what you're just telling the bank is that you're not good with money. That's why your credit score is bad. Okay, please, it's important that we start learning this thing and start unlearning some certain things, right? Another thing that I want to talk about, because I've decided that moving forward, I want to talk about things that has to do with finance, things that has to do with career, things that has to do with loan, mortgage, investment, your TSFA, your RRSP, things like this, mortgage, insurance, life insurance, things that we don't talk about a lot from our community. It's important that we start educating ourselves about these things. In the last couple of years, I've learned a lot about these stuffs, and I'm just super excited to share with you guys. Now, before I go to what I was saying, I just want to beg you, if what I'm sharing is making sense to you, please hit that like button and subscribe as well to encourage this channel. Share this video so that more people can get to see it and YouTube also can promote it. My goal is to reach at least 50,000 subscribers this year. I can't do it all by myself because I cannot subscribe to myself 50 times. You see why I need your help. And to all those that are always subscribing and liking and sharing, I want to say a big thank you. Now, back to the topic of today, right? If you want to shop online, if you want to buy something on Amazon, or Amazon is even a trusted, online store. If you want to you saw something online, you want to just put your credit card there, you want to buy it, be careful. Buy with your credit card, guys, because credit card belongs to the bank. If anything happen, banks can get their money back. Don't put your debit card on websites that you don't trust. Don't even put your debit card on any website. My Apple Pay, my Amazon card, all of those things are my credit card, okay? Because it is safe. As a matter of fact, if I'm traveling, I travel with my credit card. Leave your debit alone, because your debit is your money, is money that is in your savings. Your credit card belongs to the bank. It's easy for them to get their money back, okay? Always be careful when you're shopping online, and be careful especially if you're like me. I see something online, this thing looks good, I'm so tempted, I want to get it with your credit card. Moving on, I'm going to be talking about life insurance and all those other things I talked about, investment loans, things that we don't usually talk that much, because this is how other ethnicity build generational wealth for their children. They're also educating their kids financially, how to make good financial decisions. These things that your mother and father, well, if you're lucky, but for me, they didn't sit me down and say, hey, today let's talk about finance, and that's why the gap between our community is there, because we just haven't been talking enough. People are talking about it, which is good, but we've not been talking enough about these things. Especially when you mention life insurance to a Nigerian, and be like, are you saying I'm going to die tomorrow? Nobody's saying that you're going to die, but the truth is that at some point one day we're all going to die. It's important to know that you're keeping that when you're gone, life is relatively easy for people that you're leaving behind. When we talk about life insurance, like, are you wishing me that? You talk about writing your will, like, are you saying I'm gonna die tomorrow? Whether you're dying tomorrow or you're not gonna die tomorrow, it's important to have these things, because just imagine a country like Canada where you get a life insurance and you are paying your life insurance premium and all of that. If anything happens to you, your children's education is secured, your mortgage will be paid off. Depending on the plan, there are a lot to it. I will be going more in details into that. I'll probably even bring somebody to feature in this particular topic that would give us much more knowledge, right? So guys, if any of this interests you, so I don't make this particular video very long, I'm going to be having part 2, part 3, part 4, just talking about finance from now on. In between, I'll be talking about maybe Canada immigration and all of that, but I just want to talk more on, for the next couple of days, things that I've practically done myself to build my own finance, like my credit card, how I built my credit score to get a mortgage within 10 months. It's because my credit was good. If my credit was bad, or my husband's credit is bad, we won't be able to do that. And even if it's just one person that benefit from these things that I'll be sharing, then it's absolutely worth it. Thank you so much, and let me know if you have any question in the comments. Okay, bye guys.